Are you thinking about getting your real estate license in the state of Mississippi? Well, if you are, this video is for you. In this video, we're going to give you a complete step-by-step guide on how to get licensed and start your new career in the state of Mississippi. My name is Chris. I've been a full-time licensed real estate agent for the past 10 years. Also, I'm a real estate coach, team leader, and I've helped hundreds of people get their real estate license and get started. Before we dive into the video, I do want to tell you about our real estate license starter kit. Everything in this video plus more is inside that guide, so make sure to grab your free copy down in the description, click it, download it, and you're gonna get a lot of value. Also, down in the description below, you're gonna find a link to my favorite real estate school. And the reason I love this school so much is because they have a pass or don't pay guarantee. And the reason this is so important is because they stand behind their work and they believe they can actually help you pass the exam and succeed. So if you want to check them out, there is an affiliate link down below with different sales and discounts on their classes. So step number one is just meeting some of the basic requirements. In the state of Mississippi, you must be 18 years old or older, you must have a high school diploma or a GED, and you must be a legal US resident or citizen. Another important note is that you must be able to pass a background check. So if there's something on your record that you might think may hold you back from getting licensed, I would highly suggest you reach out to the Real Estate Commission and have that conversation ahead of time to see if you're eligible. Step number two is completing your state-approved pre-licensed education classes. Now in the state of Mississippi, you're required to complete 60 hours of state-approved pre-licensed education classes. Now I know 60 hours sounds like a ton of time, but the good news is you can do these classes in person or online. I actually recommend the online option because it's much more convenient, it's much more flexible, and you still get access to the instructors and all the things that you would want in a classroom setting where you have to drive back and forth every day that might really interfere with your life and your lifestyle, especially if you're a busy person. In these classes, you're going to learn a lot of great things, such as real estate law, contracts, the code of ethics. All of these things are things you're going to use in your real estate career and in a new real estate business. Also, another important thing to note is you should really pay attention in these classes and really take them seriously because you're going to need all this information to pass your real estate exam. Which takes us to step number three, which is scheduling and passing your real estate exam. The real estate exams are done by Pearson VUE in the state of Mississippi, and you want to schedule this at least 24 hours in advance. On test day, you're going to want to bring a couple basic things. The first thing is a basic non-scientific calculator for the math portion of the exam, and you want to bring 2 forms of identification. This could be a US passport, a driver's license, a debit card, a credit card. Just make sure you bring 2. Now you're probably wondering, when you get to the testing center, what should you actually expect? Well, on test day, you're going to be met with a bunch of multiple choice questions, and you have a couple hours to actually complete the exam, so make sure you don't rush through it. And make sure you read each question multiple times before you finally submit your final answer. This is very important because some of these questions are set up in a way that's a little tricky, and you want to make sure that you read each one and you really understand what they're asking before you submit your final answer. Now, they don't do this to trick you or be deceptive or try to make you fail. They just want to make sure you understand the concepts in the exam before they pass you and give you access to a real estate license. Now, the exam is broken into 2 different parts. You have a national portion and you have a state-specific portion. The exam itself only consists of 120 multiple choice questions. Now, once you complete the exam, you're going to know if you passed or failed right away. And in order to pass this exam, you have to get a 70% score or higher. Now, if you failed the exam, definitely don't be too upset and don't think you're going to be bad at real estate, because I know so many people that failed the exam multiple times and they went on to become super successful real estate agents. So failing the exam doesn't mean you're going to be a bad agent. It just means you need to spend more time studying and give this another try. Now, if you did pass the exam, it's time to celebrate because we're one step closer to actually getting your real estate license. That takes us to step number 4, which is getting your fingerprinting and background check done. And just a quick note, this must be done through a Mississippi Real Estate Commission approved vendor, and it must be completed before you actually apply for your license. Which takes us to step number 5, which is applying for your real estate license. So what you want to do here is you want to package up everything we've done so far. You want to take your proof that you completed your pre-license education that's state approved. You want to take your past real estate exam with a 70% score or higher, and you want to get your background check, package that all up with your real estate license application, and send it out. And that takes us to step number 6, which is picking your sponsoring broker. Now, this is one of the most fun steps, but it's also one of the most important and one of the steps that you can really mess up big time. So I want to give you a couple important questions to ask when choosing your sponsoring broker. First question I would ask is, what kind of mentorship and training do you provide for brand new agents? Are they going to give you access to a experienced mentor that you can call at any time that's going to help you through your first 3 to 5 deals? Or are they just going to send you to a couple generic classes and see how you do? These are two very different things. And if they have classes, make sure they have classes specifically designed for new agents, because if you take classes that experienced agents are taking that are closing 20, 30 deals a year, as a brand new agent, it might not be as applicable, and you might need more foundational stuff just to set your business up and get it off the ground. The second question to ask is, how are you going to help me market and grow my business? This is very important because the truth is most real estate agents fail because they simply don't know how to get clients. They simply don't know how to market their business. So you want to pick a brokerage that's going to show you and teach you how to do that. Another important question to ask if you're looking for real estate leads is, do they have any teams that offer leads in that kind of support? Because if you're brand new and you're just getting started and you don't have a ton of money to invest into marketing and leads, then this might be a good approach and a good option for you. The third question to ask is, what kind of monthly fees and commission splits do they offer? Monthly fees are one of those things that really hit you hard as a brand new agent. Some brokerages have monthly fees as low as nothing per month, and some have fees as high as a couple $100s per month at some of the luxury real estate firms that are out there. And as a new agent, this can impact you in a really tough way, especially if you don't have deals coming in right away and you're just trying to get your business off the ground. Another important question to ask is, what kind of commission splits do you offer? At the end of the day, we all want to know what we're going to make based on what we sell. So one of the easiest ways to find out what your true net commission is going to be is say, if I sell and I make a $10,000 commission, how much of that money am I going to keep? That will get you to the answer as quick as possible, and that's the question I would ask. However, I want to make a quick note. Don't get too hung up on commission splits, because at the end of the day, commission splits are not going to help you succeed like you think they might. You need a good mentor, you need good support, you need good training. These are all important things that are much more important than just a commission split alone. Now that you know all the steps to get licensed, I want to dive into a couple questions that you might be thinking right now, and these are the most common questions that I get on a regular basis. The first question is, how much does it actually cost to get licensed in Mississippi? Well, depending on what kind of classes you take, any specials or discounts you get, what kind of broker you decide to go with, and their fees associated, and things like your exam prep tools if you want to upgrade and invest in those, it can cost anywhere from $800 to $1,000. So considering the upside of this career and how successful you can be, it's a pretty low investment. The next most common question I get is, how long does it actually take to get licensed? Well, in Mississippi, you're looking at anywhere between 6 and 12 weeks depending on how motivated you are to get this done. Now, some people take longer, and that's the good thing. You can totally go at your own pace and your own speed. The third most common question I get is, the real estate exam actually hard? And the truth is, yes, it is hard. The exam is difficult and a lot of people do fail it, especially the first time they take it. But there are ways to avoid that. And one of the ways I recommend is a real estate exam prep tool. And what these tools do is it puts you through test-like simulations, and it really helps you study and build confidence. So when you go into the testing center on test day, you have much higher odds of passing that exam. I myself found the textbooks and reading through them totally boring, and I just was not finding myself in a place where I felt confident to take the exam until I found these tools. So I highly suggest you check those out. There's actually one down in the description. It's called Compu, so there's an affiliate link down below if you want to check them out as well. And the next question I often get is, can I start this part-time? And yes, you absolutely can. I know so many successful agents that started their career part-time and then built it up into something really big and really fun because they just really loved it once they get into it. And then I know other people that keep their full-time job and do this part-time. The best thing about real estate is you can build the business you want to build, and it's entirely up to you. So whether you want to stay part-time and do a couple deals a year like a lot of people do, or you want to build this into a really big business and a really high income, you could do that too. So real estate is one of those things that you can build it into whatever you want, which is one of the things that I really love about it. So if you have another question, drop it in the comment section below and I'll get back to you ASAP. Also, if you like this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe because we have more content coming your way all about getting licensed and starting your real estate career. I hope this video helped. Have a great day.